you're not gonna change it.
I feel it's stupid. First of all, the conversation.
The whole conversation is stupid. Hip hop was built on unity, and first of all, hip hop was not made by black or Puerto Rican. Hip hop was made by poor people.
Right.
It's the sound and the voice of poor people.
Right. Yeah.
In the Bronx at that time, poor people made it. There was poor blacks, there was poor Hispanics, but they was just all poor. That was their connection.
I'll even argue that hip hop was, like you said, of course, the sound of the poor people, but it was a Bronx sound.
That too.
Came from the Bronx, bro.
And you can't tell me there wasn't no Puerto Ricans in the fucking Bronx, because they're still there.
Full of Puerto Ricans.
Yeah. So who invented it? Who knows? Caribbean people. It could have been blacks. It could have been Jamaicans. It could have been Puerto Ricans. It could have been all of them together. Bronx people.
That's what I mean.
Poor people.
That's what I mean.
I just think it's stupid.
I'll say this. If you're arguing...
It's not stupid. It's ignorant.
If you're arguing that only black people created hip-hop, then you should be embarrassed. Because y'all created $1 billion industry and allowed it to get taken from you and raped and manipulated, and a bunch of people made billions of dollars, and it wasn't y'all. So if you created it and allowed it to get taken, you a duck.
Yep.
So if that's your argument, we created it. Fucking congratulations. What did you get from it? Because all the pioneers are fucking broke, and all the white people that fucked with it are rich as fuck. So if you did in fact create it, you should be ashamed.
Yeah.
And that's where I stand. Who created it? I don't fucking know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly.
But shout out to hip hop.
Yeah.
But look at hip hop today. Are we very proud to be hip hop heads?
I mean, it's very different from the hip hop that we grew up with. Exactly. You know, like in our adolescence,
it's
like
not
when
the
we
culture of hip hop
from
no
like
more.
the age of 15 to like our 25. It's
even
totally
before
different.
That.
That's
even,
what I mean.
I would say even from the age of like 5
to
the age of 25. I remember being a kid listening to Mellow Man Ace with a fucking afro and no haircut. Like, yo, this is dope. This is hip hop. What is that? I want to learn about it. I want to be a part of it. If I was born today, I wouldn't necessarily want to be a part of hip hop. People don't. Back in the day, people would look at an artist and be like, wow, he's talented. I can't do that.
Right.
Nowadays, you look at an artist and be like, wow, this nigga's trash. I can fucking do that.
I can do that shit. Yeah. That's the difference. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm not even necessarily proud to even be a hip hop head anymore. Like, but again, and I've stated this before, I have an odd relationship with hip hop, the music and the culture, where I fall in and out of love with it. And I don't know, I find myself more out of love with it.
Yeah.
You know, but when I revisit my old shit, my love shit, yeah, I fucking love it to death.
Of course.
But today, hip hop, like, man, give me some fucking house music or some rock music or something that's at least honest and not just a cash grab.
That's all it is too.
You know?
That a lot of people are doing it for that, not for the love of the game.
There is no love.
And that's why I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but real quick, like that's why I do like about these legacy acts dropping, because they don't need the money. Like LL don't need the money.
No, but again, I like when they take their time and put out a quality product. Don't just drop because you're a legacy act.
But LL took his time and dropped.
That's what I mean. He dropped it in comparison. LL, dope album.
Good,
Snoop,
yeah, exactly. I will say that the Snoop album was
it
great.
mostly produced by Dre at least?
It was all produced by Dre.
Yeah, it was the whole thing.
The album was still in.
It was alright.
Yeah.
You know what? What I didn't like about it is that to me it sounded kind of like a knockoff Casablanca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dre is.
I like Casablanca.
That was dope.
Bro.
That was fire.
But the albums I copped, keep it real.
But to me, but
that was an original concept and sound.
That's what I mean.
So
and
if
to
he
me,
just took that and readapted it to doggy style, to missionary,
right?
Right.
That's what I think about. Like that's the way it sounds to me. That's how it sounds to me. Like it was kind of like whatever was left over from Casablanca, they worked on or reworked for missionary. You know, I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong.